Hello YouTube stackers, this is ST with Silver Stacking 101, where we always believe in staying stacked and pat. Stacked with silver, gold, food, ammo, and pat with the means necessary to defend our stack. In this video, we are going to talk about the intrinsic value of precious metals. The intrinsic value is a term that is very subjective. As a matter of fact, there is no way we can measure or quantify intrinsic value. However, the pumpers waste no time in getting on YouTube and talking about the intrinsic value as a number that silver and gold is going to aspire to and one day realize. They also write articles for the net expressing the same, but they don't measure what intrinsic value is. Let's talk about intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is basically something's always going to have value because of what it is. Silver and gold throughout biblical times, recorded human history, has had value. It always will. What will be that value is not a component of intrinsic value. The intrinsic value does not impact market value. Supply and demand impacts market value. The intrinsic value has no bearing on the market price for silver and gold, nor will it ever. It is basically reassurance that the asset will never go to zero. For instance, 1 ounce generic silver round. It should always have some value because it is silver, and silver throughout recorded history has had value. A Federal Reserve note, if the dollar completely collapsed, has no value. I guess you can use it, well, it's got a lot of writing on it. You couldn't use it for note paper. Maybe toilet paper, single use. That's about the only value of this, except for what it represents. So it has no intrinsic value. As I said before, intrinsic value cannot be computed for precious metals. Assets that generate cash flows theoretically can have a computation for intrinsic value. This is not a stock channel, but there is a formula to compute the intrinsic value of a company. It looks like a very objective formula on the surface. However, the values that come into the formula are based on subjective judgments, so even that's worthless. And when you strip away all the fancy talk about it, it's basically computing the present value of a future cash flow, and it's almost worthless to compute intrinsic value of a stock. Real estate, same way, because there's carrying cost involved. There's too many variables involved. One can do estimates, but to go back and do an intrinsic value analysis is almost worthless. I don't know of anybody that actually tries to do it. They teach it in finance, but after you get out of school, that's one of the things that's worthless. Silver and gold will always have value. But when someone tells you when silver reaches its intrinsic value, you better hope it never does, because that's the floor that it won't go below. And we can't ever measure it. I don't talk about intrinsic value on this channel, except to say it's a hedge against losing all the investment. It's never a number that I think the silver and gold will go to, because I view it as the floor. Let me know what you guys think. Agree or disagree? Tell me what you think and why you think it. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and remember, stay stacked and packed.